Welcome to the show. My name is Jeremy Poole and I'm the host of The Moment on Real Estate Social, where we explore and celebrate the necessary transformational process you must go through to achieve a high level of success in the real estate industry. Today, joining us, we have a couple of great guests I'm super excited about, and I can't wait to show you the interview. We have Lydie Vieira and Isabel Valle. They're with LIV Real Estate Group of Avenue Properties, one of the top agent groups in the Bellevue, Seattle market. And I'm so happy they're here to join us.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much for having us.
Yes, thank you for coming. I'm stoked to have you guys on. We've been wanting to have you guys on for quite some time, and we now have the new studio, the Spade and Archer Lounge.
I love it.
Thank you.
You guys did an amazing job.
Oh, super appreciate it. It's a little bit more comfortable than our last one, so
okay.
excited to have you guys here.
Thank you.
So as you know, the show is called The Moment.
Yes.
What would you consider or characterize as being a defining moment in your life that has allowed you guys to really, accomplish so much at such a young age?
Well, for me, I think it was when I divorced that I found myself on the middle of a depression and no money, nothing.
Oh, no.
And then I was like, or I do or I don't. And I went for the do, and here we are.
I love it. I love it. So life wasn't so good, and now it's amazing.
Yeah.
So when did you go through that divorce? If you don't mind me asking.
About 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, and it was just like I was already an agent at the time,
Sure.
but I wasn't even close to the production we have today.
Right.
And I just decided to go for something bigger,
Right.
so I could not be in the situation that I was anymore.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
So are you at a place where you always thought that you would be, or did accomplishing success at this level just not even be on your radar 3 years ago?
I never imagined that we would be where we are right now.
Really?
Like I was thinking, I want to have enough business to feed my family, have like a good place to live,
Right.
and be okay with that, and not be stressed out financially. And the size of where we are right now,
Sure.
it's like way bigger than I ever thought, like the events, everything that we do.
Right.
I never thought about that.
Well, it's so awesome to hear, because you guys certainly have a great business. You guys just shine. You guys are enthusiastic. You're happy. You're great people. So I love to see it. What about you?
I think I had a couple moments, right? Moving here
From where?
from Mexico at a very young age, not understanding the culture or the language.
So was English a second language for you?
Yes.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
So I moved. My family migrated when I was 5, and then my mom is in real estate. She did very well.
Okay.
And we bought the dream home, and my parents just did really well for themselves.
Yeah.
At the age of 18, I told my mom that I was gay.
Oh.
And at that time, I don't think she was prepared. And she said, it's not acceptable, and I won't have a gay daughter. That's what she said. So she said, if you're gonna live in my home, you need to change or you need to go.
Really? Wow.
So as an arrogant 18-year-old
Sure.
myself, right, I left.
Oh.
And that was a big moment for me, because I went from having to not work for anything to having to, I had a job, but I worked with my parents. They had restaurants, so it wasn't anything like, I worked when I wanted, I didn't work when it was like that kind of deal. So I left, I got myself an office job, I had no car, it was just, and I got a couple friends together, and I was like, let's be roommates. And it was difficult. I didn't talk to my family for like 5 years.
Wow, 5 years?
Yeah.
So was that because of religious beliefs, or that was just a personal belief that your parents had that?
My mom was raised very Catholic. Actually, when we would talk, in that 5 years, I think we talked maybe once a year.
Jeez.
And every time I talked and I told, hey, I want to have a relationship with you, and she was like, well, we should meet at the priests,
Wow.
the
Just
church.
by the book, 100%.
Yeah, at the church, and we escalated to the point where we went to see a bishop.
Wow.
So it was very. That was a big moment in itself,
Sure.
and I think for me, I struggled just even telling people after that, because it was like such a huge reaction.
You have someone who you care about, that you're so close to, react in that way.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's rough.
And I have a brother, and he was not allowed to speak to me.
Was he older, younger?
Younger.
Younger. Okay.
So.
Worried that it might infect him.
Yes, and that's what she
Really?
said.
Really?
She said,
Oh, that's a joke.
No, it was true.
Wow.
So she said, I don't want you to speak, and she told him as well, because you might end up gay as well. So it was a lot of.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I remember my dad, I think the second year of not talking, he's like, you should come over for Christmas, dinner or something like that. And I went over, and I was shocked, and I went over there, and my mom left. She just left the
Really?
house, a
Your
house
mom
full of
left.
40 people, guests, family, and she just left. And
Were you guys close before?
very close.
You were very close
Very
before.
close before.
Jeez.
And actually, we just really reestablished our relationship maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, when we started dating.
Yeah.
And so she met you and realized, hey, this is actually a really good thing. Or no? Not so much.
I was in Operation Kamikaze to meet her mom and establish a relationship,
Right.
Actually, I wasn't really talking to my mom all that much. We had just come to the kind of the relationship of let's just avoid it. Like we would just talk, but it was always like the white elephant in the room.
Sure.
Like, how have you been? Okay, great. But we couldn't talk anything personal because I couldn't say anything.
Right, you couldn't talk about your spouse.
Nothing. I couldn't. Yeah. And so.
So being gay, if you will, is that something that you knew your whole life, or did it just happen when you're 18? You fall in love with someone? What's the story there?
For me, I knew from a very young age. I don't know about Lydie. Lydie was married before.
I say I'm a cheerleader. I love people, and
right.
I don't see gay or.
That's it.
Or
I've
not.
never heard that.
I don't
I'm a
see.
cheerleader. That's great.
I actually told her that's what she was. I was like, I think you're just a cheerleader.
I see like I like you. I love you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a guy or a girl.
Sure.
I like you.
Right.
And I think
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I thought my whole life. So I never had any pre-thoughts about be or not be.
Interesting. And how did your family feel about that?
Well,
Once they
it
found
was a
out,
divorce, and right after
Yeah.
being with a woman,
Yeah.
so it's quite a bit of change. So
Sure.
first, nobody knew until like a couple months, and then my mom, she was like, yeah, we support you,
Really?
and
That's
this
cool.
and that,
Yeah.
and then a year in, she literally would talk about everything but the fact
Yeah.
that I have a girlfriend now, my fiance. So I was like,
I love how you said that, fiance. That sounds even better.
it is. And but so I don't think so. We talk much about.
Sure, yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's 2018.
Yeah.
it's a
So,
different
but
world.
my kids say they have 2 moms, and they're okay with that. My teenagers sometimes have a little bit more hard time.
If there was a
But-
dad, who would be dad? No dad?
I don't know. I'm
don't
more
know.
strict. I definitely.
You seem more strict.
I am more
yeah.
strict, and I just think maybe because I don't have, I have kids now, but I didn't
Sure.
have kids.
Right.
Like I met them when they were already 6 and 10.
Right.
So
I think we are strict in different scenarios. Some is because she likes some stuff and she do some stuff with them that I wouldn't do, and me and other stuff that she does, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, the kids shouldn't do that.
I think certain things are acceptable and
Right.
vice
She doesn't.
versa.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Van Nostran. Have you ever been talking to a client that came to the conclusion that they were just gonna wait to purchase a home? Wait for what? The forecast is that interest rates are going up. The forecast is also that housing prices are going up. So what exactly are we waiting for? The client says, well, I'd really like to save a bit more money for my down payment. Or I don't want to pay $2,000 to break my lease 6 months before it expires. Okay, so the alternative is you wait 6 months and the price tag of that same home is $20,000 or more higher. Did it make more sense to break the lease for $2,000, or do you want to pay that higher price tag? Furthermore, if interest rates go up, the cost of borrowing money is more expensive. So I really think those clients need to think long and hard about making some sacrifices to make home ownership happen sooner rather than later. I'm Jeff Van Nostran. I'll see you next time.
Hey everybody, I'm Charlie Garber with Fixated Real Estate, and I'm going to be talking to you about the Pacific Northwest Big Badass Real Estate Wealth Expo. Last year blew us away. We had over 30 vendors, 500 registrations. It was an amazing 2-day event. This year, going to be even better. We're going to have over 60 vendor sponsors, speakers from all over the United States that are doing it. None of this guru crap that's out there. You're talking about real investors kicking ass in real estate, from multifamily, single family, commercial, buy and hold investors, fix and flip guys like me. They're going to be there. And if you need to learn how to raise money, if you need to actually go find people to get money for your next deal, then this is the event you want to be at. It's 3 days, April 27th, 28th, 29th in the greater Seattle area. Don't miss out. And I'll see you at the Pacific Northwest Big Badass Real Estate Wealth Expo coming to you in April.
Welcome back. All right, thank you so much for those great stories. That was awesome. So you guys are both in business together. You're also couples. Family business can be very tough. What advice would you give to couples who are in business together, which is pretty common?
Yeah. I would just say define your roles, because if you don't, you're gonna kill each other. You know, very early on, we realized that I would say, "Oh yeah, we should do this, this, and this,"
right.
And then she'd be like, "Yeah, yeah," and then 2 weeks later, nobody did it,
Sure,
right? And we
right.
were just like, "Oh, I thought you were gonna."
Yeah.
What? You thought I never said I was gonna do it, right? So we were like, okay, let's just really define our roles.
Right.
What am I gonna do, and what are you gonna do? Because, or else nothing's gonna get done.
Absolutely.
Ever.
So was that something that you guys picked up on pretty quickly, or did you guys go about a year or so?
No. We realized that it has to be done very quickly.
Right.
When on the time we were there, so I pretty much took all the marketing pieces and all the customer service, and Isabel got all the financial, all the numbers and systems and all that. I can
Awesome.
break any electronic in minutes, so I try to avoid that.
Yes, I'm not very tech savvy either, so I sign up at least for that. So is financial something in your background, or is that just something that you learned how to do?
No, I just learned how to do
Learned
it
how
as
to
the
do it.
business grew.
Okay.
Like I don't do all the finance.
Sure,
like
sure,
I just
sure.
pay the bills.
Yeah,
like,
pay the bills, monitor the bills,
no.
tell people no.
Yes, that's exactly. But no, we have an accountant and a CPA,
Yeah,
so I
right.
don't, like when I handle the bill, I just pay people.
Awesome.
Send me your invoice.
Right. And
You
make
send
sure it's
to
right.
me, it's not gonna get paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Just
people
saying.
say, "Oh, I sent you an
Monitor
invoice."
shoe budget. And
Yeah,
things like
exactly.
that.
I hold the budgets.
There you go. So your team consists of both Washington natives and transplants. How did your approach with native Washingtonians differ from those moving here from foreign countries?
So Lydie, you know, she has a lot of, well, we work a lot with Latin cultures, right? Because there's no language barrier, and it's just a totally different, I guess you could say, consultation,
Okay.
right, than a Washingtonian.
Right.
Washingtonians usually know where they want to live because
Have
of
families
commute. Yeah.
close,
Sure,
commute, all
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus people who are moving out of country, they have no idea. So there's probably some key elements you're looking for, but you probably got to show them grocery stores and school
Yes.
systems and.
Grocery schools, what is their commute really going to look like? Because sometimes they'll be like, well, it's much more affordable in Linwood. And I'm like, well, yeah, but your commute is also going to be
Right.
an hour and a half,
Right.
or something
Right.
like that.
Which may sound okay, but doing it day after day.
Well, no, what they do is they use Google Maps. And they're like, well, it's only 30 minutes. Yes, it is if you don't have a schedule.
Right.
Right.
If you time it just right, but
If you can leave at 11 to go to the office, it's 30 minutes.
So with those transplant clients, in which there's a lot more hand-holding. Do more referrals come from those?
Oh, normally, yes.
Normally it does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and because they feel there is a trust,
Sure,
right? That
sure.
you know the neighborhoods, you know the schools,
Right.
you know what they're looking.
Right.
I relocated myself 7 years ago, which is going to be
So you know how hard it is.
It is really hard because you don't know anything. If you're coming from a different country, you want to have things that are similar to what you had there,
Right.
and you have to try to find in here. Like I think Seattle now has more stuff from other countries that we had 7 years ago, like a Brazilian stuff. We had so many stores now having products that we can buy and feel a little bit more home that we had in the past.
That's awesome.
And we can tell our clients those things that they don't know. So the referrals just came naturally because of the trust that was built during the process.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. You guys have cultivated a major following on social media. How important is it to build a presence online in 2018, especially in this highly competitive market?
We are no longer just realtors that find homes, right? We're marketers.
Sure.
So if you want to have hands on the game, you have to be present, not just online, but especially in social media.
Yes.
And actually, there is a new rule at MLS now that if the agent brokerage doesn't allow you to take photos on the listings anymore unless they have in writing authorizations.
Interesting.
Which is nice because we're in a company that's very forward.
Sure.
And all our listings, any broker can come in, take photos, Snapchat
That's
or
great.
Instagram.
That's great.
And promote.
Yes.
And why your seller would not like that?
Why not?
Right?
It's free exposure.
Yeah.
Free exposure.
Sure.
Exactly.
Okay. Your company, LIV Real Estate Group, is very well known for its client appreciation parties. How have your events helped you grow your business?
Well, Lydie loves to party.
Lydie loves to party.
Lydie loves to party.
I'll make a t-shirt.
Yeah. No, we before we created LIV, I was in the industry 2 years, and she was in the industry 2 years as well. And we just know that once a client buys, people usually just drop them, like they forget about them.
Right.
You bought, you
Right.
closed, I
Yeah.
got paid.
Exactly.
See you
It's
later,
over.
man. Yeah. Don't call me again.
Don't walk up to me in the mall.
So we wanted to say, how can we show them gratitude for picking
Absolutely.
us
Yeah.
to represent them.
And sharing in that experience.
Yeah.
Right? It's one of the most important decisions they're ever going to make.
Yeah.
So I love that about you guys.
And keep doing, so we do 3 client appreciation events a year. And we just love seeing our clients again. And they look forward to it, right?
Sure, of course.
So it's, we plan the client appreciation events a year in advance.
I love
so
it.
we already know what's
And so I
gonna
understand
happen.
you also have one coming up here pretty soon.
Actually, yes. So we have bowling coming up.
Okay.
Bowling with LIV. We have 150 guests coming.
Wow.
And we have plenty of food, drinks.
That's
and
incredible.
fun.
I mean, I've heard of client appreciation parties where you have like pizza and pop and 20 people.
No.
But 150
no.
people at a bowling alley, that's incredible.
We had last year, and we are gonna have this year again Mariners game.
Okay. I better get an invite.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of course.
you will. We have great seats and hats for everybody with LIV logo, and they're very
That's
cute.
cool.
People actually ask us,
Yeah.
can I have one?
Yeah, make sure you have one for me.
Yes, we will. And it's just a time that we don't talk about business.
Yeah, right.
It's about the people that are
It's
there.
about
It creates
the
a relationship. Yes.
Yeah.
So good, so good. So where did LIV come from?
LIV comes from Lydie, Isabel, Vieira Valle.
Okay,
So
I love it.
it was way before Isabel decided to join me. I told her I was going to put this name because I thought it was meaningful for us.
Sure.
And also a great tool for marketing. You can live in Bellevue, live in everywhere.
Everywhere.
And so a great tool.
I
to-
originally didn't want to work with her. I was
Yeah.
like, no, like we're together. Like this is weird. And then she was like, I'm just gonna include you just in case you change your mind. I was like,
a month in, she's like, oh, can I come over?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I let you.
Sure.
she was still like creating the logos and stuff, and I was like, okay, fine.
It's kind of cool.
I'm
Why
in.
not? Yeah.
I was like,
That's
yeah.
it. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
But it came from her.
Okay. So you get all the glory.
Yes.
rumor has it that we're going to be seeing a lot more of you guys on social media. Can you tell us a little bit about your upcoming show you guys are rolling out?
Maybe.
You should know. You guys are producing for us. Yes.
So we can't tell you guys too much about it, but they're rolling out a show. It's called LIV Loves. You're going to love it. Tune in for that. So this interview has been so enlightening. I'm having a great time with you guys, and that's actually all my questions.
Yeah.
But I have one more I want to ask you while you're here. Is there's going to be tens of thousands of people who are going to watch this interview. If there's one thing that we leave them with, what is it?
We are a team that works with heart. Everything that we build, including our name and everything, is built, relationship is built with love and is built with caring. So our clients truly become not just a number, a paycheck, but they become family to us.
Sure.
And I think that relationship is very meaningful to us.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
I think that would be the one thing.
We're constantly thinking, what is the consumer experience? Because we're on the other side,
Sure,
right?
sure.
We could be doing a great job, in our opinion, right? We're handling everything.
Right.
So we are constantly implementing certain things like, hey, on Tuesday, I'm going to call you and I'm going to just say hi if I have nothing to say, but I'm
Right.
going to call you on Tuesday
Yeah.
and make sure you're not lost. I know
Sure.
where we're at,
Sure, yeah.
but I want to make sure they know where they're at too.
I love that.
Right?
Fantastic.
So.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming. I've been
of
really looking
course.
forward to this interview, and I can't wait to do many more things like this with you guys. Thank you for coming,
Thank you.
and have a great day.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next week.